This is the Power Platform Daily Brief for CRM Audio for Tuesday, April 2nd, 2019. What you need to know about the Power Platform today in 10 minutes or less. I'm Brad Kuntz. Today, Microsoft plays it straight for April Fools. Google talks to flowers. Microsoft James Phillips talks about a launch. Auntie talks field service. And we'll do some housekeeping, give you what you need to know today.
Today we launch MS-DOS Mobile, a bold step forward. People said it couldn't be done and questioned why it should be done. And they told us we shouldn't do it. But you know what? We've done it anyway.
Yep, that was April Fool's Day, but it was April Fool's Day 2015. Vulture reported yesterday that Microsoft marketing chief Chris Capicella requested that employees refrain from any April tomfoolery. He said, quote, "Considering the headwinds the tech industry is facing today, I'm asking all teams at Microsoft not to do any public-facing April Fool's Day stunts. I appreciate that many people have devoted time and resources to these activities, but I believe we have more to lose than to gain by attempting to be funny on this one day," end quote. So it doesn't mean that we can't think about some of the fun tomfoolery that's happened in the past. Who could forget the return of Clippy in 2014? And then in 2016, the Office for Cats announcement that announced such applications as Power Pounce and OneNap. And of course, not to be outdone, Google has always been in the business. Yesterday, they had a really great announcement of a new home product called Google Tulip. And it allows you to talk to your tulips, but it has some pretty funny consequences when the tulips start talking back to people. So the clips to all of these are in the show notes. So I invite you to check those out. They're really pretty funny. My favorite of all time, I think, has to be the 2011 announcement when Google announced that Contoso was dropping Microsoft Office and was going to move over to Google Docs. And if you don't know who Contoso is, you probably shouldn't be listening to this podcast. Here's what else you need to know today. The Microsoft Business Applications Virtual Launch event, the April 2019 event, is today. James Phillips will be talking, and you can learn about the updates and new features in this free online event. There's a link once again in the show notes, but of course this is going to be covering Microsoft Dynamics 365, Power BI, Power Apps, and Microsoft Flow, everything that we cover on this and the other podcasts in this network. The User Group Summit is in October 15th through 18th in Orlando, but the deadline for submitting stories ideas is coming up fast. That'll be April 12th. This is absolutely one of my favorite events of the year. This is the event that brings all of the actual users of these platforms that we spend our days working with together, and they can talk about real world scenarios and how they put this together. So always love this event because you do get to hear from the real customers, not just the product people from Microsoft, although that's fantastic, not just the MVPs, that's great as well, but you get to hear from the customers. So love this event and highly recommend, if you're interested in speaking, to submit that before April 12th. Announced yesterday, also Microsoft announced that the Dynamics 365 Mobile Offline is in preview. We'll have some more information about that in a coming episode, but there will be a link in the show notes that can get you what you need to know for the Mobile Offline preview that is now available. Big week coming up on this network, CRM Audio Network. Yesterday, we dropped the Refresh the Cache with guest Megan Walker. And Thursday, at your service, features special guest MVP Antti Pajunen to talk about PSA. And here's a preview.
In a perfect world, where what the excitement that's in market right now, or in the market right now, is around Project Online and Project Service Automation, and even the merger, sort of air quotes merger, of those two into a new project management experience, a new project. So that'll I'm definitely looking forward to what that has to offer, and I have high hopes for that, to bring that really granular.
And that is all for April 2nd, 2019. See you tomorrow.